So you messed up last time. That's alright. Go from where you are to where you want to be.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality.
Is it going to help me to achieve my goal? If yes, please continue. If no, do not do that.
And it was a really, really, really scary experience.
So at the end, we are the one who sabotaging ourselves. Person A walked into a gym. He did some stretching, walked on the treadmill for 20 minutes, paddled the bicycle for 15 minutes, and then he spent 10 minutes on a rowing machine and 20 minutes on weights, 10 minutes each on leg and arm machine, took a quick shower, and then he left. Person B walked into the same gym. After changing into his new gym attire, he went around to see who else is there today. And then he found his favorite treadmill. He stepped onto that and started it slowly. After a couple of minutes, he noticed that a good friend of his walking into the gym. He suddenly stopped the treadmill, went over there and had a chat. When he returned, he realized someone else has taken his treadmill. He didn't want to try any other treadmills. So he decided, okay, let's try the bicycle. And when he started the bicycle, that's when he realized the TV above him is not working. He stopped the bicycle, went to the reception and asked for the manager. The manager came out and said they're very sorry, they're trying to upgrade the internet facility and all the TVs are being fixed. The guy continued his chat with the manager, giving his suggestions and opinions of how to improve the gym. So when he came back, he realized that there are so many new or young people in the gym, and he was very happy to see how seriously these young people have taken their physical health. When he returned, he did not feel like going back to the bicycle. Instead, he thought he would do some weights. And that's when a call came through on his phone. For the next 15 minutes, he was on the phone while trying to do some weights as well. And that's when he realized that he had already spent more than 1.5 hours in the gym. So he quickly went around to say bye to everyone and had a shower and left. In a few months' time, the person A would start noticing changes in his body. And that would make him not only feel happy, but motivated to do more activities. What about the person B? If he continues that type of a routine, he will be really disappointed because there is no way that he is going to achieve his health goal. Even after paying a full year membership, the second person might quit going to the gym saying, going to the gym is not working for me anymore. You may have heard the saying, if you don't know where you are going, any road will take you there. It is perfectly okay for you to go to the gym, talk to your friends and have a relaxing time if that's what you want to achieve in the first place. But if your goal is to get fit and become healthy, then you will feel disappointed if you don't achieve that goal at the end. So, having a clear goal, a direction, a purpose is a must. It's similar to looking at the board before you get into a train, bus or tram to make sure that's exactly where you want to go to. We want to feel better, we want to do better, we want to become better. But what stops us moving from where we are to where we want to go? What stops you from achieving what you want to achieve? What stops us from getting what we really want to get?
Was identified as mentally retarded, put back from the 5th grade into the 4th grade, and stayed in that category until I got out of high school. I don't have any college training, but I met a high school teacher who one day changed my life. I was waiting on another student, and when he came in, he said to me, "Young man, go to the board and write what I'm about to tell you." And I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, "Why not?" I said, I'm not one of your students. He said, it doesn't matter, follow my directions now. I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, why not? I said, because I'm educable mentally retarded. And he came from behind his desk and he looked at me. He said, don't ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And as he talked, my heart began to beat fast. Tears began to run down my eyes, and I was in the back just listening to him, because the speech he was giving, that speech was for me. And he said, Les Brown, he said, if you want to do anything worthwhile in life, you've got to be hungry.
I remember receiving a call one day. He told me he really hates the kind of work he does. He said he's been doing that work for the last 10 to 15 years. And thinking of going to work, he said that makes him feel sick. And he said he prefers to become a chef. He said that's his goal. That's what he really wants to become. Then I said, that sounds good, because you hate what you're doing and you know what you want to do. So I asked him, what stops you going for that direction? Then he said, what is the guarantee that you can give me telling me that I will become a successful chef if I have to change my career? Isn't that a very interesting question? We all will be happy if someone can give us a guarantee saying that if you do this, you will become very successful. There are no guarantees like that. The only guarantee you can get is if you don't pursue that, you will never become success in that. When we talk about goals, it has to be something that inspires you, which is very important for you to achieve. It could be a personal goal, a professional goal, a spiritual goal. For an example, if you want to become a healthy person, you want to start your own business, you want to start building your house or to buy a new house, or you want to go overseas, or you want to start an organization that would help a lot of people. It could be anything, but it has to be something that would inspire you, that would make you wake up in the morning thinking of that goal. So once we are clear about our purpose, our intention and our goal, then it's really important to find out what motivates you to go from where you are to where you want to be. So there are two types of motivations. First one we call towards motivation. That means you look at the benefits of achieving that goal. What would happen to you and your family and your people around you? What are the benefits that you would reap if you achieve that goal? So you start thinking about that, you start visualizing it, you start getting familiar with that goal and its achievement. Then every day in the morning you wake up thinking, what would happen to me if I am to achieve that goal? And that's the towards motivation. And the second one is away from motivation. That means you really don't like where you are at the moment, or you really don't like something what happened in the past. So you don't want to go back to that position, that situation. So you would do your best. You would do anything to avoid yourself going back there. So you are moving away from that bad experience, or you are moving away from that bad situation. So every day in the morning you wake up, you remember that bad situation, you tell yourself, I don't want to be there again. I will do anything to avoid going there. For example, for someone who was very poor in that early stage of his life or somewhere in his life, he remembers how hard that experience was. Maybe he or she didn't have anything to eat, no one to talk to, no money to do anything. And they wake up in the morning, they remember that bad experience and they tell themselves, I would do anything to make sure that I will not jeopardize my current path, which will end up me going back to that same situation. So that's called away from motivation. So first you need to find out what kind of motivation you have. Do you see more of the benefits of achieving that particular goal? Or do you want to go away from, get rid of your bad experience, bad situation, or your current situation? Number one, we have a clear goal, a vision, a direction, a purpose. Number two, we know what motivates us. Now, number three, really important, distractions. The distractions that would delay us achieving our goals. Distractions that would make us move away from our path. Distractions that would make us completely lose our intentions, goals, purpose of life. So what are these? First one, social distractions. Things that we get involved and spend time on. Ask yourself, doing this or going to this particular event or spending time with these people, is it going to help me to achieve my goal? If yes, please continue. If no, do not do that. The reason being, just because we have a goal and a motivation does not mean that we will achieve our goal unless we have the time to spend on achieving or doing the activities that will involve us going there one day. Now, for an example, say that you want to start learning how to play piano, right? So you have a goal. And then the motivation is you would see that the possibilities of you performing in front of people would start appreciating and you can start enjoying your own songs. That's motivation. That's good. But unless you find a time to sit in front of the piano and start playing, start practicing, there's no way you are going to achieve that goal. And the second distraction is thinking and regretting about your past mistakes. We all have made mistakes in the past, but making a mistake is a part of the learning process. So you messed up last time. That's all right. That could be a one-off thing. But if you start thinking about it, regretting about it, it's such a waste. It will make you feel sorry for yourself. It will make you scared to take new actions, and that could become a major distraction for you. Third distraction is procrastination. Procrastination means you keep postponing it. You keep postponing things until you find a perfect time, until you're perfectly ready, until your surroundings are perfect. And it's a huge distraction. The fourth distraction is negative self-talk. We all know that we talk to ourselves. We talk to ourselves throughout the day. And it is believed that we have around 60,000 thoughts per day. And if you are not careful, if you don't pay attention, if you don't train yourself, apparently 60 to 70% of those thoughts are negative thoughts. It is not about what other people say about us. What matters is what you tell yourself, what I tell myself, what we tell ourselves. Because our immune system listens to our self-talk. And we are the one who saying that we are going to fail. We are the one who making us scared. We are the one who making us feel sorry for us. We are the one say we are not ready yet. So at the end, we are the one who sabotaging ourselves. So careful of what you tell yourself. Your negative self-talk, if you can turn into positive self-talk, that will make you feel comfortable, feel motivated, and feel ready for your next action.
I got really excited about medicine and I got into medical school. About halfway through medical school, life changed for me pretty dramatically. It was the 31st of December 2010. And I always used to go visit my parents who lived in the north side of Brisbane, every weekend or every couple of weekends. And on that day, I went up to visit them as well, and I was driving back. And it was dark and it was raining that day, so the road was wet. And my car slid off the road, mounted an embankment, came back down, and then started rolling nose to tail. And it was a really, really, really scary experience. When the car landed, I tried to get out of the car and I just realized that I couldn't use my fingers anymore. And then I touched my legs and I couldn't feel them. And I knew what had happened. It was a spinal cord, and this is a pretty serious injury and things from there. But I mean, I also have this grip, like just the natural way the fingers sit. So I can use that to grab my stethoscope and grab things and even write and gross movements. This quote, and it said that courage is not about the absence of fear, but it's just about facing your fear. Someone having a multi-trauma, to someone turning up at 3 a.m. with a stubbed toe. Can I just have a look at your legs there? And it's just nice to be a part of a patient's journey and help them through, what might be the most catastrophic thing they've heard in their whole life. Any pain back here? It's a roller coaster of a job, but it's an amazing job as well. I think I have the best job in the world.
Today, we looked at the ingredients for a successful journey. Number 1, having a goal. It's a must. We have to have a purpose, direction. Number 2, motivation. We need to find out what kind of a motivation we prefer to have. Is it towards pleasure motivation or away from pain motivation? Why do we need that? Because there will be challenges throughout this journey. For us to motivate us to overcome this obstacle, we need to realize, we need to find out what kind of a motivation we prefer, what kind of a motivation will work for us. Number 3, avoid distractions. We talked about social distractions. We have to be careful of where and with whom we spend time or waste time on. And past regrets. We shouldn't waste time on thinking about our past mistakes and regrets. And then procrastination. We don't wait for the perfect time to come before we take the action. Number 4, negative self-talk. Now, since we got all the tools ready, it's time to take the action. Take the first step. You take the action and you keep taking actions until you reach your final destination. You keep pushing yourself until you get your goal.
There were times that I doubted myself. I used
He spent hours and hours and days watching all the dramas and movies that he couldn't watch the last 10 years. It is such a waste of time unless he is planning to become a movie director. The only question you have to ask before you make a choice is this going to help me to achieve my goal? If yes, please continue that. If not, that's the time to stop. We all know the time we have is very limited, whether we like it or not, whether we use that time purposefully or not, whether we intentionally do something to take us to the next level or not, the time will keep moving. And we might end up having no time to do something to take us from where we are to where we want to go. So make your choices wisely, because just surviving is not justifiable.